If they are not good with money, kick them to the curb. Welcome to Live Free with Caleb D. Thank you for tuning in. This channel is all about personal finance and financial freedom. So if you like that kind of content, please subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Now let's get into it. We need to talk about marriage and finances, but no one seems to be talking about it. When it comes to money, it's taboo. But the reason why we need to talk about marriage and finances is because that marriage is the biggest financial decision you'll ever make in your life. Or it's one of the biggest. It's bigger than any investment, any business, any opportunity that may come your way. Marriage can make or break you financially. Choose the right person and you can achieve massive amounts of generational wealth. Choose the wrong person, you can get stuck in a cycle of generational poverty. So choose wisely. So how can marriage propel you to generational wealth? For starters, 86% of millionaires are married, including, check this out guys, 65% of them are still in their first marriage. Let that sink in. What I get from that stat is, for the most part, couples who are good with money stay married because nobody accidentally becomes a millionaire. You could make the argument that lottery winners accidentally become millionaires, but 70% of them go broke after 5 years. But I want to be very, very, very specific. When I mean couples, that includes both parties. Two.
Yes, it's two, haha.
Dos. De. Both parties have to be on the same page financially, and both of them have to be relatively good with money. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. You can't have one person spending all the money while the other person is trying to save. It just doesn't work. There is a conflict of interest, different priorities. And mind you, when you become married, you become one, a single unit. And the unit is as strong as its weakest link, which is why I say you must pick someone who's good with money. And this is why I say, if they ain't good with money, kick them to the curb. Far too many of us don't talk about money when it matters. You guys wait until after you said I do. Now, I'm not saying divorce your spouse, you know, if they're bad with money. But what I am saying is, if you haven't committed to them, if you aren't married to them, if you see those bad habits, kick them to the curb. Now, let's talk about how marriage can break you. Briefly. 50% of all marriages end in divorce. Guys, that is horrible. That is horrible. Like that's so bad, guys. And I can understand why people are shying away from marriage after seeing those stats. But there is one caveat. The second leading cause for divorce. So this was a study done by Ramsey Solution, and they found out that the second leading cause of divorce is money problems and money fights. Let that sink in. I don't know the exact numbers, I couldn't find it. But if you guys choose somebody who's good with money, and you yourself are good with money, and you guys are on the same page about money, I'm pretty sure, I don't know how much it is, but I'm pretty sure your chances of your marriage lasting dramatically increase from the 50% that we see. So guys, don't play the victim. Don't blame marriage. Get your money right. Get your money right. I can't say that enough. Get your money right. You don't have to make a lot of money, but you need to be money conscious. You need to be money woke. With all that being said, why aren't we talking about money from the beginning? Why isn't money addressed before you guys even enter an exclusive dating relationship? Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I really don't get it. Like, fellas, don't you find it odd that a woman. She can be fine, have the curves and the nice booty, you know, and all whatnot. She's your type, right? But don't you find it odd? She works part-time at McDonald's, right? So you know the salary isn't there at McDonald's, right? But yet,
from head to toe, she wear designer.
She drives a BMW, right? She got jewelry on deck. All these things. How can you sit there and rationalize you choosing her as a potential spouse? I don't get it. And you ladies, oh my gosh, don't get me started on the ladies, man. Don't get me started on y'all. This guy spoils you. Prince Charming. Yo, he's buying you things. Yo, he's taking you wherever you want to go. Trips, vacation. He bought you Louis, Gucci, Fenty, Prada, red bottoms. You know, he's buying you all these things, right? He's taking you to fine dining, expensive, right? And then you Google his position on Glassdoor, and you see his position, average salary is $38K. Really? Has a $38K salary but living like he's making $200K? Come on. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with making $38,000. There's nothing wrong with working part-time at McDonald's, and there's nothing wrong for having those things. But the point is, what is your income to spending ratio? What is the relationship between your spending habits and your income? That is the problem that no one wants to talk about. No one wants to talk about it. And then you guys see these things in the beginning. You guys wonder why you get married, you have all these financial hardships. And guess what? Money fights and money problems is the second cause for divorce. So if your money ain't right, your marriage ain't right. Point blank. I'm telling you guys, take the time to talk about these things before you even think about making her or him your boyfriend or girlfriend. Guys, it doesn't make sense. The funny thing is, how my wife and I even started talking was talking about Dave Ramsey. So from then, we both knew that we cared about our money. You know, we may not be perfect, but at the very least, we were money conscious, and that's what's important. So I want to start to wrap up by saying this. There's nothing wrong with someone who struggles with money. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, everyone has to start somewhere. You know, I'm not saying don't date the person with a bunch of student loans or don't date the person with credit card debt. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is, as long as they're willing to change their behavior, as long as they're willing, and you see the effort, not empty promises, and you see the effort on their part, by all means, go for it. By all means, go for it. Because if you don't, marriage will be expensive. If you don't take the time to talk about money early on, it will cost you. Well, number one, it will cost you because the spouse that you're married to will lose all your money mismanaging it. And once you're finally fed up with their mismanagement, depending on who's the breadwinner, you may end up paying alimony. And to top it off, divorce costs $15,000 per person. In certain areas in the United States, that is a down payment on a house. Take what I'm saying seriously. Marriage is no joke. But if you're comfortable being by yourself and you're not looking and you're just living life, nothing wrong with it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone coax you or convince you into getting married. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Get your money right first. Get out of debt. You know, invest, start your business, because those things get a lot harder when you get married. So I want to end by saying that if you guys like the video, please share this video, like, comment, tell me what you think about the video. Tell me, what do you look for in a spouse, and do you talk about marriage first? But that's all I have for today. Holla at your boy.